Well, last weekend I was whisked away by Compass Airlines on an overnight jaunt to beautiful far northern Queensland. Join me on our trip.
It's 4:25 a.m. and on my way to Perth International Airport this morning, I couldn't help but ask myself, why? I, along with 25 other media people, have accepted the kind invitation of Compass Airways to join them on their new non-stop flight to Cairns. We'll be back tomorrow morning at the same time. Why don't you join us? While most of my colleagues were reasonably wide awake, some had come straight from the disco, but all shared a sense of duty to their public.
One must do what one must do, Jenny. I mean, these are the hard, rough times of journalists. We must do this.
What do you anticipate the next 24 hours will bring?
Tough, hard. Someone's the dirty job, but someone's got to do it.
But what about the cheaper air flights? Is it a good thing?
It's exciting, isn't it? We'll be able to travel around. It's like going by bus, isn't it? It's wonderful.
We're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed at the moment. I'll check on you in 24 hours on the trip home.
I think I'll be very tired, baby.
Well, the sun's coming up outside at the moment. The time now, Perth time, is 6:20. We've got a couple of hours to travel, and we'll read the newspaper and probably not off for a while.
I think we will.
Okay.
Good idea.
Little green dot here is Alice Springs. We're actually tracking up this white line to Alice Springs. From there we'll track further on towards Cairns. So we have a
Well, we've just travelled over 3,500 kilometres. It's 9:05 Perth time, 11:05 Queensland time. Let's see what the day holds for us. For a little while, we're allowed off the bus to marvel at the northern coastline, but time, tide and the demands of a media junket schedule wait for no woman, and it was back on the bus and off to lunch with the natives. This is habitat at Port Douglas, 7 acres of lush tropical rainforest, lakes, waterfalls, native gardens and native animals. It's man-made, undercover, and we'll be seeing more of it on a future show. And as lunch is nearly over, we have to move on. Awaiting us, engines throbbing, was the 37-metre Quicksilver, capable of 52 kilometres an hour, a snip of 5 million. It's 2:30 Cairns time. We've now boarded the Quicksilver and we're making our way out to the Low Isles. How are you feeling, Toe?
Oh, great. Lovely place.
It's 2 islands, so we'll be going to the Sandcay Island. Very pretty. There's a lighthouse on the small one. Nice sandy beach, pretty lagoon. We have a pontoon out there. Some glass bottom boats.
Not everyone appreciated the view, so they watched one from Melbourne.
54-point margin at Windy Hill.
Upon reaching the Low Isles, John gave the order.
Abandoned ship.
This was the cue for a pod of Perth media types to pollute the pristine waters. For the more genteel, there was a view of the reef through a boat's bottom before our all too brief sea trip ended and we headed back to a friendly hotel. Well, it's now 6 o'clock Perth time. We've made it through most of the day, but now we've come into the cocktail bar of the Matson Plaza Hotel. My crew are suitably tired, but they've got a long night ahead of them. Stay with us. We'll see what happens. What happened as we sampled the hospitality of the local hostelries was that some of the company became tired and emotional. It's 12 o'clock Cairns time, and we're still standing up. But some of my colleagues prevailed upon me to finish our little film right here.
Wasn't that terrible? We had a good time. And thank you very much to Compass Airlines for the experience. And may I suggest that if you're planning a non-stop trip to Cairns with Compass Airlines in the near future, you plan to stay for a lot longer than what we did. Back in just a moment, we're going to talk about making a will.